Call. Valerie Hill.
Here.
Peter Lurker.
Present.
Rachel Albert.
Here.
Marty Cox.
Here.
William Beeson's not here. Adam Blakely.
Here.
No Jim Martin tonight. Old business, have you guys had a chance to look at the Potter variance 2025-03V minutes? Are there any corrections needed? I get a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Ms. Hill?
Yeah, so the purpose of this public hearing is to review the case of 2025-04 CU filed by Joseph and Sarah Wilkie for the property located at 15169 State Route 725, Germantown, Ohio, German Township, Montgomery County. Applicants are requesting to split this property to provide a portion of their property to their son who would like to build a house close to his parents. Nothing will change with the use of the land. As members of the board, it is our duty to review these cases at a public hearing and render a decision for or against the request based on the application, staff report, testimony, and evidence presented presented and heard at this public hearing. All testimony during this hearing is required to be under oath. I would ask at this time, anyone wishing to present testimony, stand, raise his or her right hand for swearing in. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
If you would, please, when you come to the podium, please state your name and current address at the time that you come to the podium to address the board for public record. Please wait until being recognized by the chair before speaking. Everyone will be given an opportunity to voice his or her comments in an orderly fashion. Introduction of case 2025-04 CU as submitted as Exhibit A with attachments. We have the staff report, please.
All right. The applicants are Joseph and Sarah Wilkie, 15169 State Route 725, Germantown, Ohio, 45327. Subject property is parcel ID D140071100038, approximately 32.132 acres located in Section 7, Town 3, Range 4, zoned agricultural, German Township, Montgomery County, Ohio. The property frontage is located along State Route 725, and the Wilkies are currently in the process of building their primary residence on the property. The potential parcel to be split is made up of 3 different soil types, all of which are considered prime soils according to the USD Web Soil Survey. They're requesting to split off 2.009 acres in order to allow their son and his family to build a home on the property and be located close enough to help with the family farm. The Wilkies are requesting to split off the minimum amount of required property as they did not wish to compromise their current farm or tillable land. In accordance with Article 4, Section 404.03, the public notice was published in the Germantown Press on April 24th, 2025, sent to local residents with 300 feet on April 16th, and I did not put it in here, but it was also posted on our website and Facebook. Application survey, legal descriptions, plot plan, copy of deed, list of neighbors within 300 feet, and other pertinent information has all been submitted. Standards for conditional use. If conditional use is granted, the current plans will comply with all other applicable regulations of this resolution. There are no changes to utility and drainage. If approved, all appropriate permits for utilities for a new residential structure will be obtained. If approved, a driveway permit for the new residence will be obtained by the appropriate office. If the conditional use is granted, staff is confident that the proper permits and licenses will be obtained as the Wilkies have already gone through the necessary steps in building their current home. The land usage proposed will be in harmony with surrounding land usage as the size of the split parcel will have minimal effect on the current farmable land. Location, nature, and height of any structures, walls, fences, and the nature and extent of landscaping and screening on site will not unreasonably hinder or discourage the appropriate development, use, enjoyment of adjacent land, buildings, and structures. There is no exterior lighting being added here at this time. The granting of the conditional use desired will not adversely affect public health, safety, and health. Thank you.
We'd like to ask if there's any testimony by the applicant. Mr. Wilkie?
Yes.
I'm right here. My name is Joseph Wilkie, and my address is 15169 State Route 725 here in Germantown.
Do you have any testimony you'd like to offer?
Yeah, I just wanted to take a minute to just kind of describe, obviously, when we bought this land, we didn't know the process and didn't know that we were going to go through all this. So it's been, it's a humbling experience to stand in front of you to know that somebody else is in control of your dreams. So I stand before you as a very humbled person, obviously looking for the grace and opportunity to live our dreams. So, it's really important for us to factor in the farming thing and the agricultural side. That was really important to us. So, we did we utilized stuff that was not being farmed already to encapsulate, that 2 acres. So we probably lose, I'm guessing like maybe a third of an acre, 3/4 of an acre total in our farmed 14 acres. So, that obviously played a big role in our decision making. But other than that, I think, obviously our son, plans to build and, live our dream. So that's just the biggest aspect of it all, but doing the best we could to keep it as agricultural and farming as possible. So other than that, I guess I don't have anything else. You guys have any questions for me, or was there anything?
I will, but we'll get to the folks anybody else that might want to present, and then I'm sure we'll have questions. So thank you very much. Is there testimony by anyone else, please? Okay.
Well, we're all for it, so. But I don't know that there's any reason for all of us to get up there and say it, but I'll speak, I'm for.
Wait, can you come to the podium, please? And, yeah, we gotta give you the oath.
Okay. So,
Can you raise your right hand? And do you swear to or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Please say your name and address for the record.
Brenda Philibon, and we live directly across at 15184 State Route 725, which is directly in front of them. And we're all for it. We have no reason not to be. All I have to say.
Thank you very much. Does anyone have any? Oh, please.
I think that's needed. Like if you're here, you might as well,
Yeah.
you might as well
Yes.
get up and tell us.
We like
yes or
people
no.
talking to us,
Yes.
so we know.
We want that.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Please state your name and address for the record.
I'm Mitchell Philbaum, 15184 State Route 725. Live directly across from where the Wilkie's or Pilcher House. Actually, a property like bought, I've lived across the road for 60 years. Pretty much born and raised there. So we are in support of what they would like to do with their property.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Do you guys have questions? Oh, more, come on, please. Thank you.
My name is Russ Callahan.
Second, let me swear you in. Are you able? Thank you. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Very much.
I'm Russ Callahan. I live at 15015 State Route 725. It's right next door to where they're wanting to build,
Very good. We're very interested to hear from you.
and I have no qualms with that. They seem like they're gonna be good neighbors.
Thank you.
I swear I'm the kid.
Did you swear the little one in?
I think you have to be of age. You guys have questions?
Do you already have like a building plan of what you would be building?
So it'd be me and her building. Yeah, we actually just got floor plans back, like official and everything last week. So basically, if everything were to get approved, we'd on with everything. It'd be something that you guys want to see, or
I just didn't know like where the process was.
I have have you placed it in the lot? And do you know the dimensions to the side yards and the front yard and that kind of thing? Have you gotten that far
I
yet?
don't think we I don't think we've got that far because of the surveying side of it. Obviously, we have to have the land for that, so survey and do those things, but
There's 255 feet of road frontage on this proposal, is that correct?
Yeah.
Does that sound? Yeah. Okay. We've got 30
Yeah.
feet.
255 feet.
Yeah, you got the 30 feet on either side for the side yard, so I think that a nice
It should
home will
be.
fit anywhere inside that.
35 on each side is what it says here.
Yeah.
35 and a half on the side.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions? Anybody else have any questions?
I'm good.
What kind of, can you tell me a little bit about your experience with farming and what kind of farm this is?
Mine and Sarah's experience, prior, I grew up on a farm, grandparents had farm. Did everything from tobacco, potatoes, corn, you name it, they ran at 7.
Sorry, that's my blood sugar.
So I grew up with, animals, cattle, spent my summers on my grandma's farm, and then her and I, as adults, have never had, anything like that. This is our first, time, owning a farm, but our plan, is to, keep renting our farm out to the farmer, and then, we want to fence out a little bit of the part that's behind our house to do, maybe a couple cattle, goats, chickens, things like that, but nothing beyond the expansion of our current farm. That's all stuff that's just not being utilized behind the barns and stuff like that. So that's our overall goal, is to have, a few animals, a few things, chickens, a couple cattle, and then keep renting out our land to the farmer.
So do you rent about 30 acres probably?
We rent 15.
13.5, and because we have the back part of our property is woods, I think about what?
Well,
Okay. Okay. Yeah, all of that back there.
We have, I think, 14.5 acres of arable land, and last year we planted soybeans, this year I'll plant corn.
So 14.5 tillable acres now, and the plans would take it down to
about 13,
about 13. Okay.
maybe a little more.
Okay.
You have an idea of how much water you have there?
Woods is about 12 acres.
I'm asking about the water supply.
Water, we are, for the, our home that's being built now, we're using the, water, there's a well already there from the, Mr. Old Home. And, we've had it tested and they said it's the highest producing well they've seen in a very long time. So that's where our water is coming from. We don't know about the water, theirs, if they are able to do a well, otherwise they would have to do a system. Is that what you were saying, water?
Water in this part.
And
Does anyone else have any other questions?
I'm good.
Any more questions? Would you guys like to deliberate?
Sure.
Okay, it is 7:14. We're gonna close the public hearing.
You know if this room is unlocked?
Probably not.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
They pushed the breaking ground. It pushed it back a couple weeks, but yeah, we were impressed. They just broke ground last Monday and then the basement floor already.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right. Is there any further discussion or comments from the board? Question?
We,
We vote?
did I miss that somewhere? Like our actual. There we go. Yep.
Close the deliberation. Now we'd like to move on to the finding of facts.
Okay.
And we have a motion.
Motion to move forward with finding effects.
For the vote?
For the vote. And this, we'll need this.
Okay. 406.04 standards for conditional use. The board shall not grant a conditional use unless it shall, in each specific case, make specific findings of fact directly based upon the particular evidence presented to it that supports conclusions that A, the proposed conditional use will comply with all applicable regulations of this resolution, including lot size requirements, development standards, and use limitations. Valerie Hill.
Here's our paper.
Read that again. Read that again.
Don't know that. I don't see that paper. I see where you're.
Oh, I've got it. That's supposed to second standard.
Normally we had
Yeah.
in the past, we've always had, I'm like, where's that at?
Oh, sorry. The proposed conditional use will comply with all applicable regulations of the resolution, including lot size requirements, development standards, and use limitations. Valerie Hill?
That is no, but I have a statement after we go through.
Peter Lurker?
No.
Rachel Albert?
No.
Marty Cox?
No.
Adam Blakely?
No.
A statement I'd like to say, we've considered, the prime consideration, the finding of fact here is that it is prime agricultural land. But we've taken a look at the percentage of tillable land that we're actually losing here, and it's 0.75%. In addition, that the intent is to sell this to, or direct this split to a family member. So those factors are taken into consideration in our final decision. Let's continue with the standards, please.
Adequate utility, drainage, and other necessary facilities have been or will be provided. Valerie Hill?
Yes.
Peter Lurker?
Yes.
Rachel Albert?
Yes.
Marty Cox?
Yes.
And Adam Blakely?
Yes.
Adequate access roads or entrance and exit drives will be provided and will be so designated as to prevent traffic hazards and to minimize traffic conflict and congestion in public streets and alleys. Valerie Hill?
Yes.
Peter Lurker?
Yes.
Rachel Albert?
Yes.
Marty Cox?
Yes.
Adam Blakely?
Yes.
All necessary permits and licenses for the use and operation of the conditional use have been obtained or evidence has been submitted that such permits are obtainable for the proposed conditional use on the subject property. Valerie Hill?
Yes.
Peter Lurker?
Yes.
Rachel Albert?
Yes.
Marty Cox?
Yes.
Adam Blakely?
Yes.
All exterior lights for artificial open air illumination are so shaded as to avoid casting direct light upon any property located in a residential district. Valerie Hill?
Yes.
Peter Lurker?
Yes.
Rachel Albert?
Yes.
Marty Cox?
Yes.
Adam Blakely?
Yes.
The location and size of the conditional use, the nature and intensity of the operation involved or conducted in connection with it, the size of the site in relation to it, and the location of the site with respect to streets giving access to it shall be in such that it will be in harmony with the appropriate and orderly development of the district in which it is located. Valerie Hill?
Yes.
Peter Lurker?
Yes.
Rachel Albert?
Yes.
Marty Cox?
Yes.
Adam Blakely?
Yes.
The location and nature and height of building structures, walls, and fences on the site, and the nature and extent of landscaping and screening on site shall be such that use will not unreasonably hinder or discourage the appropriate development, use, and enjoyment of adjacent land, buildings, and structures. Valerie Hill?
Yes.
Peter Lurker?
Yes.
Albert?
Yes.
Marty Cox?
Yes.
Adam Blakely?
Yes.
Finally, the conditional use desired will not adversely affect public health, safety, and morals. Valerie Hill?
Yes.
Peter Luker,
Yes.
Rachel Albert,
Yes.
Marty Cox,
Yes.
Adam Blakely.
Yes.
Is there a motion to grant or deny case 2025-03B as presented or with any stipulations the board would choose to impose?
Make a correction, that's 2025-04
You are
CU.
correct.
Motion to grant?
And I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Not to.
Oh, sorry.
Wait for this.
Yeah, correct. Tyler Hill,
Yes to grant.
Peter Luker,
Yes, to grant.
Rachel Albert,
Yes to grant.
Marty Cox,
Yes, to grant.
and Adam Blakely.
Yes to grant.
Motion has passed.
Make sure we say. I always forget. So thank you all very much for coming in. Thank you to the neighbors. It was very helpful having you folks here. We do appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good luck.
All right.
Yeah, good luck and enjoy.
We have a motion to adjourn?
Oh, I motion to adjourn, please.
We gotta sign that.
And I
Second.
okay. Marty can second.
All right.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you, Sarah.
So everybody should adjourn before I tell them all good luck.
It was actually really nice though.